Welcome everybody, this is the very first day of AI Project Red and we are just about to make our very first game, which I know is going to be a smash hit. I'm the director of AI Project Red and it's a pleasure to have our first and only member of staff on board. It's lovely to meet you, Fred.
Cheers, boss. Let's make some great games.
Now, because I am playing the director in this scenario, I'm going to leave everything up to ChatGPT, so that's all the sort of creative decisions, coming up with the actual idea for the game and writing the code. I'll just implement what it gives me, and my responsibility as the director is to complain when I don't like something and set unrealistic expectations. So let's get started, let's make a game together. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start coming up with some ideas first, or get Fred to do it for us, because I mean I can't be coming up with ideas. So, hello, can you come up with 5 game ideas for a game built using HTML and JavaScript? These ideas should be games that you are capable of programming yourself. Okay, so we've sort of got... Okay, so in the effort to not have this video go on for like half an hour, I'm going to summarise what Fred gave us first for our first game of the studio. So he came up with Snake, Pong, Breakout, Tetris and Memory. I kind of expected it to come up with these sort of ideas, so I did press again and I said come up with some more unique, original ideas, and that's when we got some better ideas coming from Fred. Okay, now we've got some interesting stuff. So a time travel game where the player has to solve puzzles and make choices. A haunted house game where the player must navigate. A virtual pet game where the player must take care of a virtual pet, feed it, play with it and help it grow and evolve over time. And a garden design game where the player must design and cultivate a virtual garden. That's a wee bit more interesting, so what one do we go for here? I'm going to go for the virtual pet idea. So next, I just went to our lovely employee Fred and I said, Fred, listen, we need HTML and JavaScript code that is going to display a dog. It's going to give us 3 buttons. Each button's going to let us walk the dog, feed the dog, or play with it. And when we click one of them, it's going to show us what action we actually took. And Fred came back with some fine work. So we've got our game. So if we press feed the dog, we fed the dog. We played with the dog, we took the dog out for a walk. So I mean that's a pretty good game. Let's see what else we can come up with. So I went back in and I asked ChatGPT, use this code and add some fun elements such as variables that increase with button clicks and go down over time, ensuring that the dog is walked, fed and played with. Now I tried to spell adequately, but I mean ChatGPT is smarter than I am and it seems to know what I was talking about anyway. And I also want the variables displayed on screen. So okay, so here we are. We've got happiness, hunger and energy counter. They're all at 50%. So the dog's quite happy, wee bit peckish, and I could maybe go for a light walk. So why don't we take the dog for a light walk? The dog's got hungrier, so why don't we feed the dog? So we fed the dog. I think if you just mash these buttons, look, I'm not even focusing on what I'm pressing, so it needs a wee bit of refinement there. So why don't we go back here to ChatGPT, or Fred, sorry, why don't we go back to Fred? Okay, so I've come back in. It's a great start. I'm trying to keep, the spirit quite high in the office here. I've said that's great, however the variables for the dog, they're just a wee bit too easy to keep high. Could you write this again but have the variables reduce over time with each click? Maybe make it a wee bit more difficult to keep all the variables satisfied. So let's see what we can come up with next. Okay, so Fred's actually went and implemented something pretty cool. So it's actually playing the game in real time now. So the minute that you start the window, you can see the dog's happiness, hunger and energy starts going down. So take the dog for a walk, we walked it, the hunger's going down again, so then we need to feed the dog. And now it actually is getting a wee bit more, I mean I'm still button mashing, but it's getting a wee bit harder, like I said, because pretty much all the prompt said was make it harder. It was too easy, and reduce it over time. I did say that, so aye, cool stuff. but I don't like how it looks. And we all know that as the director, I have got it's my responsibility to walk into my developers and say, your job today is to just make it look better. And then when I get asked, what do you want it to look like? I just say, I don't know, just make it look better. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And the mad lad is actually doing it. So all I said was, make the interface look better. And this is what we've got. So with a wee bit of back and forward with Fred there, I wasn't happy with some of the decisions he was making, but we've worked it out. I'll just take it off his bonus. But we've got these wee bars now that we can see each status for the dog, and then we've got these obviously nicely styled buttons. So yeah, the energy's getting, I'm going to just role play and say the energy's getting a wee bit too much. I need to let some of that energy out, take him for a walk. Oh, and he's not very happy, so let's play with him. I think we need the ability to name the dog, I would say that. So let's ask Fred for some code that lets us give our dog a name. And bang, there it is. So what we're going to call the dog, we're just going to call him Charlie. So we've got wee Charlie here, and he's feeling okay, but he could maybe do some food. So we fed him, but he's not very happy. How's he not happy? I just fed him. Looking pretty good, but how do we monetize this? You know, because we've got investors and members of the board that we need to keep happy. So I'm thinking microtransactions. And just like that, Fred's done it. So here's the new version of the game. Let's refresh and we'll start it. Let's come up with a wee name for Bruce the Labrador. So let's have a wee play now. So we can see Bruce here. We're going to just feed him. We're going to play with him. We'll take him for a walk, and then, oh, Mum, give your credit card. Put in the credit card. I'm going to add £10 and buy myself the pink skin. So now we've got the pink skin, but I don't know, it's not really doing it for me. I'll try the blue skin. Oh, no, I don't like that. I can't read anything. I've not got enough money for the epic skin. That would be cool. Let's add £10. The epic skin. Oh, I can get a hamster. Well, £30. Thanks, Mum. Let's buy a hamster. Oh, and we've got a hamster now as well. So I've not just got Bruce, but I've also got a hamster. Excellent. Wait till the investors see this. This is going to take AI Project Red to the next level. They're going to love this. Great work, Fred. Top notch. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you did, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was a wee bit entertaining getting to see what the AI tools could come up with. And now I'm going to take this stupid suit jacket off. Tie, days of being a director are done. Hat staying on though. Bye.